Knowing that the identity of a community is also made stronger through the conservation of natural and agricultural areas, which are a traditional part of the inhabitant's life, helps to identify the Plis and also the presence of areas which have a strong symbolic and historical value for local culture. The Plis landscape is formed with low hills and valleys that through the centuries that have been constantly worked on by man. The sunny hillsides are characterized by the vineyard structure, while the north side is covered with woody areas. The valley floor shows the presence of streams that pass through vineyards and orchards. Farms, villas and small churches that tell the territory's story can also be visited. The park also has a large number of footpaths surrounded by rich nature, tall trees, bushes and shrubs. The undergrowth is full of herbs and flowers, such as orchids and hyacinths typical of the area. We are in the Plis of San Paolo d'Argon, a village at the foot of the Argon hillside. In this village, the Benedictine monks left a monumental treasure consisting of the monastery, built during the 11th century, and the parish church. The monastery is represented by two Rinascimental cloisters, marvelous examples for dimensions and elegance. Also a refectory with frescoes at the beginning of 1600. The parish church, which is dedicated to St. Paul's conversion, was rebuilt at the end of 1600. There are also the vault frescoes, which tell the story of Christianity, precious paintings of important Italian artists, beautiful sculptures, and an impressive organ completes the scenery, which welcomes the visitors. Every first Sunday of each month, La Piazza, the square, a cultural association, offers a free guided visit to the parish church. Among the several accesses to the parks, the most popular path is the one which starts from the Abbey. A 15-minute walk leads to the natural terrace overlooking the Padana Plain and allows a view of the Abbey. 13 kilometers of tidy footpaths give a complete immersion into nature. Continuing the climb upwards brings to the top of a hill where a small church, St. Mary of Argon, of the early Middle Ages, can be seen together with another small church, the Hermitage of Peace. This is the highest position offering a magnificent view. Our country, Albano San Alessandro, is located downstream of Mount San Giorgio and to the beginning of Val Cavallina. The town territory is surrounded by a green environment, largely bound by the Plis delle Valli d'Argon. We would like to expand by entering the remaining areas of natural interest in the Plis del Tomanure. Thus, you could combine the two natural environments through the project Arco Verde, funded by the province of Bergamo. Our Valley of Albano, absorbed in the cool of the lawns and the woods typical of our hills, is full of trails and natural sources that we invite you to discover with your family, and why not with your four-legged friends. Follow it on foot in pleasant and healthy walks. Besides, you can reach with your mountain bike surrounded by nature some historical sites like the little church of San Giorgio, or you can taste local typical products in the farmhouses in the area, easily accessible from these walks. We wait for you.
a memory to draw me in.
Siamo all'interno del Plis di Torre de Rovere.
We are in the Tour de Rovere Plis, on the gentle hills of the Pas de Hill, and from here the view on immense woods and surrounding vineyards opens up. A track which runs at the top along the ridge leads from the nearby San Paolo d'Argon hermitage to the little church of Santa Croce, a resting place of the Plis trekking paths. Then going down some steps, you arrive at Villa Frizzoni, that was built more than 2 centuries ago on the hillside. From the elevated panoramic terrace, you can admire the vineyards and the woods that go down to the Albano Valley, as well as the renovated old houses of sharecroppers and an agritourism. From here, the Plis path allows to reach the historic centre going up the ridges of the hills and crossing vineyards and woods where you will meet wineries and restaurants. Finally, the north side of the hill is again occupied by vast vineyards and by a small museum of rural work and crafts hosted by the agritourism La Tordella. This famous farmhouse adheres to educational farm project with activities and creative workshops for children.
How you become what you've seen too much of, so I might have been. Tried my best
The Plis on the area of Cernate Soto can be visited through beautiful trails that connect, going up the hill and starting from the lower part, bordering with San Paolo d'Argon, at the summit of the Hill of Argon, bordering with Tour de Rovere. This climb along the side of the hill through woods and small open areas overlooks on the valley created by the opposite hill, on which you can see the sanctuary of Madonna of Loreto and more upstream, the hamlet of San Rocco. During the easy climb is possible by making a small detour to visit the headwaters of Rio Saniga, the creek that runs along almost the entire route of the trail. The Rio continues in the plain below, of which in most of the paths of the Plis is possible to have a glimpse, definitely immersive and exciting. All the rest of the park is easily accessible, with paths more or less in slope, but always equipped and well kept. A place to enjoy, rich in various colours in every season, paths for excursionists and bikers, places of artistic and historical value, and a vast offer of wines and gastronomic specialties. All to be seen just 2 steps from Bergamo and Orio al Serio airports. A happy walk to everybody immersed in the Plis nature of the Argon valleys.